Welcome to the Comedy Hangover podcast. This podcast is R18 and contains very foul language. Some of the content is not for everyone. We suggest you harden up or listen to something else.
Welcome to the Comedy Hangover podcast. We're three English comedians who all live in Auckland, New Zealand. We get together, we drink and we talk complete nonsense. All those in attendance, please say aye. Ruben Lee. Danny McChrystal. I'll tell you, we do this intro differently because Danny usually balls it up and true to form.
I'm getting a coat.
Simple task.
We'll try again. All those in attendance, please say aye. Ruben Lee.
Aye.
Danny McChrystal.
Aye.
And Stella Graham. Aye. Hello. So we'll start like we normally do. Danny, do you have any news for us?
I do have news. I have lots of news. I've got a story from today, actually. This is, because it's live,
Uh-huh.
and it's Waitangi Day.
It is.
I don't know if you've got any presents for it. But
Nothing.
a Waitangi dawn ceremony ended with a Maori elder prophesying the destruction of Wellington in a huge earthquake that would leave the beehive lying in the debris of the streets.
Can't be that big an earthquake then.
I was thinking Christchurch when he's got the wrong place.
Yeah, and he's a bit late. In a strange end to this morning's prayer ceremony at the treaty grounds, Karai Tiatoa said he had seen a great earthquake that was going to ravage Wellington.
Oh well.
I've seen body bags lying in the streets of Wellington, he told the crowd.
That's just the homeless.
Yeah.
I have seen the roof of the beehive lying in the debris of the streets of Wellington. And it goes on to say, Tiatoa said he had waited 38 years to share his prediction.
When's it going to happen?
Why so long?
Yeah.
Did he predict back then he was going to take 38 years to predict, or what? You know,
When's it going to happen?
he did not know what year the catastrophe would occur, but he did know it would be in the month of June.
Nah, that's
I
all
think he
right.
had a really shit calendar, so I don't know
I
what.
just said June.
Just months on it. And Prime Minister John Key, who led the prayer earlier, said he would not be taking too much away from that last speaker, i.e., shut the fuck up.
And his land.
All I think is that's probably the best thing that could happen to the beehive. Because it is an abortion of a building, isn't it, to be fair? You don't think
The A word!
it is. We've already
90
started.
seconds in.
Of a building. Have you seen it?
What, an abortion?
No, the beehive. The beehive. In Wellington.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? It is a mess by anyone's measure.
I think it's fantastic.
Do you?
Yeah, I just don't want to get stabbed
Just
in the
case
street.
immigration or what.
Yeah.
It's a classic example of really shit architectural design.
I just think an earthquake might improve it.
Yeah.
I've got one more story, and I do like this. This is from BBC. This is a short story. It just says, increase in male breast reduction surgery.
Okay.
Doesn't say that in the
You're just
story.
feeling
That was
for
me.
your own there, Danny.
Yeah. Number of men having breast reduction surgery is increasing, according to the British Association of Aesthetic Plastic Surgeons,
Right.
or BAPS. That's not me making jokes up, that's what they're actually
Good acronym.
called.
Yeah.
Male breast reduction operations increased by 28% last year.
Well,
So stop eating pies.
comes back to the old Heineken tits that we were
Yeah.
talking about before. Boy, did you hear about the flying donkey in Russia of a few months ago? There was a donkey that shot to international fame, literally, because it was launched off a beach to parasail by these guys on a beach in Russia that were trying
Somehow
to
I've seen that.
launch their... Have you seen the video? I know animal rights activists would hate it, and it's not big, it's not clever, but it was
But
a
it is
little
quite
bit
funny.
funny just seeing that instant that it took off from the beach, because this donkey's like, oh yeah, way, and gets launched up. She died.
The donkey.
The donkey died. Not during the flight, got down
Drugs.
and everything, but was eventually taken off to an animal sanctuary and that died of a heart attack. The vet did say a young animal may recover from such a thing, but this one was 40, not knocking on a bit.
I've got one question.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Well, this is the thing. Is that obviously, somebody at this Russian parasailing company thought, I know what's going to make people really want to go and have a go at parasailing. Let's chuck a donkey up there. Let's go with the donkey. But my favourite bit of the story is this horse is called a horse. This donkey is called a Napka. Activists tried to take a Napka to the UK after her ordeal, where Tottenham Hotspur manager Harry Redknapp offered to care for the animal.
Was he going to put her up front?
I was going to say, you got a couple of donkeys in the team. Peter Crouch, stick him up front.
How was he going to get to England? Were they going to parasail it over as well?
Just send it on the back of the boat.
Is this like a new Olympic sport for Russia or something? Have they got bored of weightlifting?
Could be, it's a new way to try the high jump. Just parasail it over. But the donkey wasn't allowed into Britain over health concerns.
Because it was dead at the time.
But I presume
Probably
They
that.
fill all the forms in all right.
I wonder what Harry Redknapp wanted.
Passport with a hoof signature in it. What an ass.
So yeah, that's me Russian donkey story. Actually, it did say that the donkey shot to fame, but then it died in the animal sanctuary. What I think happened here is it shot to fame, clearly got a coke habit.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Big
used
time.
to some highs.
Nosebag.
Yeah. I think that's what happened. The Charlie Sheen of animal rehab.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen was saved by
Umpteen
later.
things not clean.
Any more news? Ruben, you got one?
I haven't. Well, unless we count Fernando Torres getting transferred to Chelsea.
Oh yeah?
Is that it?
That's it. Very
Brilliant.
busy.
It's good, isn't it? £50 million. That's a lot of money.
The only thing I look when I see Fernando Torres, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy who's supposed to be Spanish, I just think Madeleine McCann.
50 million, a lot of money.
Well, he probably played similar for Madeleine.
True.
Some jippo's got her, you know.
Welcome to our final of the video cast.
I think it might be Ben Needham, but that's too old for you guys.
Maybe what?
Yeah.
You got nicked in
I'm
from.
telling jokes from the 60s again.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen's actually, going back to news, Charlie Sheen is in this fine newspaper I bought yesterday. It's called, you know it's good because it's called Truth.
Have you done that on the front?
What?
That.
Yeah,
But
over
a
here.
mongrel mob packed on the boat.
It's called Truth Weekender or whatever you want to call it. Charlie Sheen's in here, just Charlie's crazy coke bender. I don't know if that's like his gay friend or something, or whether he just went on it.
What's about the donkey? You had the donkey in.
The drug mule.
Women just aren't enough. Yeah,
Found in bed with 2.5 men and a donkey.
Sheen has spent $650,000 on escorts and drugs in the past 6 months.
How many cars do you need?
4 escorts aren't even that good anymore.
Just think how many you could have got for the price of Torres.
Why don't you just not do that?
Sorry, but it's got a photo caption and just says Bender.
Hold up to the camera. Hold up to the camera. So you can get a close up on this.
Bender, Charlie
Bender.
Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Got the biggest smile on his face. How can someone like that be so unhappy?
What's that about? His nostrils are fucking crystallised.
You know what
It's
I love
fine.
about holding this up to the camera?
Yeah.
It's not
Have we not got that shot yet?
Whenever I hear a story about Charlie Sheen, it reminds me of, do you remember that cleaning stuff he had, Mr. Sheen?
Yeah.
Cleans the table.
Everywhere. Umpteen things.
Not a gram of dust
Umpteen
left
things.
on it.
It was like an old World War II pilot, wasn't he, Mr. Sheen?
Something like that,
The old
yeah.
big tash coming on.
Yeah. A white moustache.
Look at it, you haven't been reading this. So Danny's drawing on pictures of
Oh,
naked
God,
women.
No, there's this Lady Gaga. I don't know if you've heard of her before.
Heard of her?
She's trying to bring out a new scent. She now wants to create a new fragrance which smells like blood and semen.
Which smells like Charlie Sheen's bed sheets.
Maybe Lady Gaga will get lucky and some weirdo will snap. What's going on? How
Is
do you
that actually the
research?
scent she wants to make?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says it's
But-
in Truth. This paper's called Truth.
Oh, well, there you go.
Remember?
Maybe it's all not real.
I mean, true. This paper also has. I'll just get to the little section.
Was this on the top shelf? Oh, yeah. Well, read some of these out.
Well, they've got little. What's it mean? They've got
Okay.
charts. These are, let's call them adult movies. Number 1 is just be happy.
Yeah.
Just buy happy.
Just buy happy.
Yeah. Coming in number 2,
Touch
literally,
me skin twice. I'm going to bottle you in a minute.
is Carolina Jones and the BC, which I'm guessing stands for Big Cock.
Ah, yeah.
But look, they slashed the price.
But number 3 is called Gays of Our Lives.
They're changing the letter.
I'll see
But
what
they're being a
doing
bit
there.
clever though. And then you've got another one. Ruben, read that out.
Number 9. Come on.
I got This smell fucked wrong. I got fucked by a big. Take 3. I got fucked by a big black dick. Gay.
Nice of them to clear that up.
Why you keep touching that?
Hang on. There's another one there. Number 5 is called Pulp Friction.
Yeah.
What are these? What are these? They're box sets.
Oh, you get them free when you buy
I
something.
think there
Were
may be
they?
a box featured in there somewhere.
Johnny's?
Ruben.
Yeah.
But next to it, how to cook salmon.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because you'd be perusing all of these DVDs in the case you think,
Greek yogurt. I think you'll find a lot of.
I got fucked by a big black cock. Dick, sorry. I mean, my ass is like a burst carrier bag. Now let's just have a look at this salmon and have some Greek yogurt. Brilliant. Best newspaper in the world. Big Dan, do you buy this every week?
I'm subscribed.
How's the football results going? Barnes are winning this one.
There's nothing. I've got to put that away now. I'm losing. I've lost the plot.
Yeah, I had some news.
Come on, talk that, Ruben.
Man claims Glaxo drug made him gay sex addict.
Yeah.
GlaxoSmithKline had a drug for Parkinson's disease. The guy took the drug and became an arse bandit. His excuse. I think that's an international term for a homosexual man.
well, I'm just thinking Parkinson's, so it was a bit... And
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
then you went a bit...
Probably utilised it, you know? Utilised what he'd
Just
got.
put your hip into it, sunshine. It'll be fine.
But he's suing them for 450,000 euros for making him a gay man. And he's been going out to clubs, getting dry bombed and everything. Psychological trauma and stuff like
The Glaxo
But-
not have anything for that.
that. Nothing at all.
No.
Nothing at all.
Should we stroll on to Winge?
Yeah.
Winge like a palm. Who wants to kick us off?
Fernando Torres.
I think they've already been there. I've got one. I've got a Winge. I lent my car to a friend of mine, and when he gave the car back to me, he'd left something in it, something I didn't want. In the door handle, 2 used cotton buds. Whatever you call them, Q-tips and
Yeah.
things. They look like a pair of Twiglets.
Had they been used?
They had been used. They were Twiglets.
They're quite orange then.
Need us anymore. They're disgusting. So that's my Winge. When you borrow someone's car,
What was his name?
Rad J Rad.
Should we make this like Crime Watch?
Yeah.
you got CCTV footage of it. Just
Got
like
the
that.
DNA.
Oh.
Oh, but right there in the door handle. So when you turn the car,
I wonder what you're going to say, but that's minging enough.
that
isn't it?
is. Yeah.
Do you know they've been in his ears?
Well,
Did you
either
smell?
that or he'd wiped his arse. with his hand.
They might have gone for the final, the old Q-tip finish. They went on the hoop.
Why would you do that in your car? Why didn't you do that in the
I
bathroom?
mean, we all get bored in traffic, but just right there. In
Had
the
you
door.
left any in?
Had I? I don't.
No,
clean
new
No
them.
clean ones.
No, but why? He must have made the effort to take him into the car then.
I know. Weirdo.
Brad, you minger.
Keys, wallet, earbuds.
The Comedy Hangover